Hey, I'm Marcus and I'm playing Crusader Kings 3. And before we fully start this episode, I would like to have a closer look at the man, Duke Skjalm Tokeson. Let's just appreciate his rugged, weathered appearance, him now being old. You see the wrinkles on his face, deep furrows lined from his forehead down to his cheeks. He's 61 years of age now, so he's been a ruler for nearly 30 years. He has seen it all. And he has proven himself to everyone around him. He has proven himself to the nobility in Denmark, to the king or the kings that he has served. He has proven himself to his family, to his wife, to his children, and he has proven himself to God. And that would be possibly the last journey that he's also taking, going to God, going to the Holy Land to fight in the crusade. Our Skjalm feels weary. He is aging and he knows it. He feels it in his bones, in his muscles. He feels it every day. Yet he gets up in the morning every day. And he still continues to work, to fight for what he believes in. That's our Skjalm. Right, okay. Let me just quickly get out of here. So, we are back in Denmark. And the last time we have left, it's now the 17th of August, 1095. And it's the advent of the first crusade, which is going to start in about a year. Now, maybe before I do anything else, we have, well, as I said, proven ourselves in the eyes of God and the church. And that means that we have amassed quite some piety, which is good for us, and which is new because we never had that much piety. And I think this is an opportunity for him to use this newfound importance that he has in the eyes of the church, in the eyes of the Pope even. Like he's able to communicate to the Pope directly. And one thing that I want to do is to actually redirect this crusade. I know that this is like a parallel history and we don't just want to, do the same things that happen in history. At the same time, I would like to have some historicity in this. Like when we were working towards tearing down the idol of Arcona, right? That was a real thing that happened in our time, and now it happened in the game too. And that being said, I still don't get around why the Pope would call for a crusade to the kingdom of Tahert, which is modern-day Algeria, right? So it's this desert land in the north of Africa. And of course, a crusade is there to liberate, in the eyes of the Catholics at least, sacred grounds, right, for their religion. And I'm struggling. I'm struggling to see where these sacred grounds are in this region. For the Catholics, right? I mean, I looked it up, and in this area here is the birthplace of Saint Augustine. It was like this very, very important early saint for Christianity, but I know that's about it, right? So, what are we exactly liberating here? And again, like crusades are not there to simply just push out other believers. It's the main reason is to liberate the sacred sites. And the only one, of course, that truly comes to mind here is Jerusalem. right? That is what we should go for. That is what we should aim for. So I will now kindly ask the Pope to redirect the war target. As we see, it costs 500 piety. That's okay for us. We have enough. By the way, my cat is... one of my cats is like really playing hard with her toy down there. I'm pretty sure you can't hear it because of the microphone, but yeah, it's kind of a little bit of a distraction for me. Anyways, so yeah, we are redirecting the war target. It's kind of difficult to put this in roleplay terms. Like, this would not have happened. Like, you can't just send a missive to the Pope and be like, hey, let's maybe we should take the crusade to the Jerusalem, right? So maybe we just, I don't know, somewhat ignore this and pretend that the crusade was for Jerusalem all along. So let's just do this. So yeah, that's now going to happen. We are going to the Holy Land. Right. Then let us get back to where we are. We can look for the Holy Land later when we're actually getting to it. Just a very few minor things, like little tweaks I want to do. I changed the color of the Duchy of Venderland last time, but I didn't change the colors for the counties. So let's just quickly do this. A little bit on the lighter side. Volgast as well. So yeah, there we are. Just making sure that everyone knows that these lands are Danish, under Danish rule. So they would be red, marked in red. Yeah, talking about flavor, we are holding the island of Rügen and the land surrounding it. And I think I'm going to rename part here because, yeah, that makes sense. It's the island of Rügen. But there is no holding, no castle that's really called Rügen, right? It's the name of the whole island. And the whole island isn't a castle. So let's go back to this and name it Arcona. Right, because that's where we found out that's where the temple was, and that's the natural point of defense on this island because it's so steep up the cliffs. What would be the adjective? Arconayan, Arconayan. Yeah, let's just do it. But it's called Arcona now, right? So that makes more sense to me. It's the island of Rügen, and the seat is Arcona. Yeah. So apart from this, I last time we our wet nurse resigned because she was 46 years old, and that's in your contract. It expires when you're 46. And I was thinking, yeah, I mean, our children are all grown or almost grown anyway. But then we do have children at the court, right? The children of Tokay, the daughter of Asa, and they, of course, need some attention. And we can even see that little Skjalm here, our namesake, he's actually sickly, just like Tokay was when he was a child, right? Yeah, I think he was sickly when he was born. So, yeah, they are in need of a wet nurse giving some attention to them. And we do see that this is a good job that Jutta could take, right? She has just given birth to her own daughter. Makes sense that she would be able to look after the other children as well. There we go. Good stuff. Yep. Oh, Sarah has become excellent as a caravan master over time. That's great. Good. Right. Okay. Like I said in the last episode, for Skjalm, he can see the end of the road coming, right? He's in poor health, and of course, as the person, as he himself, he would notice that. And he also knows that he's old, right? He's over 60. That's very old. in medieval terms and in game terms anyway, right? Oftentimes you have rulers not making it to 60. And he's been very fortunate. He knows that he's been blessed. He has good children. They in turn have already children. His line is secure. But there is something bothering him. And we will get to that in a second. But Skjalm kind of feels it in his bones that this crusade that is coming up in a year, well, if he makes it that far, right? We don't know that yet. He might even die before that actually happens. So, but he would see this as, this is his last journey. He will not come back from this. That he is sure of. And he would, I think, part of him longs to die in this crusade, to be buried, maybe even in Jerusalem. That would be great for him. As for any really medieval ruler, like every Catholic person at the time, cannot be underestimated what impact the crusade had, and what idea that sparked in people's minds. And I will get back to this later, like how important this crusade is. Skjalm feels like he needs to wrap things up, right? That is something that he needs to do before he goes into the crusade. He needs to wrap up things in Denmark. He needs to, once again, make sure that his line is secure, that his sons know what their duties are once they come to power. And we'll get to this. Let me just take a look at my list. Written down a list of things I want to do. Just symbolically, and I said this over the past episodes, and maybe not so much in the last episode and so on, because she was already grown up and out of court. Our Sigrid, she has been or is the apple of our eye, right? We love her very much, and took great care of her, brought her up ourselves. And there is this little option here. You can choose a favorite child, and I kind of like it. It's flavor at this point. It just means that whenever we die, we could theoretically, go on playing her, which I wouldn't know why. I guess she would become an adventurer. Well, again, maybe there is another story to tell. The adventure of Sigrid Skjalm's daughter. It's just flavor for me here, but I think it's fitting. He would let everyone know that his daughter Sigrid is his favorite, that he loves her very much. And what else do we have? Oh, yes. One thing that I thought about, and I think it makes total sense, is Skjalm being very much this embodiment, I think, of a Danish ruler. And now that he has secured this duchy, I think he wants to make sure the duchy continues to be in the hands of the right people, and he trusts his heirs to make that decision. But then maybe this duchy should not follow the usual line of succession, but rather follow a Danish tradition, and that is going for an elective, right? So that the members of our family would be able to choose from their own who is going to be, the next person to inherit. And I will add this law, which will now trigger. Where is it? Go on. Should trigger. There we go. The successor nomination. I mean, we could go for secret, right? That would kind of make it all true. But then again, that's definitely not happening. That's not medieval at all. Like, even if he is arbitrary, this would be so much, out of his thoughts. Because this really isn't a medieval thing. You would have this kind of women being in a position of power, but not even that. I mean, in game terms, they are, right? So right now, Liv here as the only daughter of the late King Svend, she has inherited his lands, and she would be the de facto and de jure ruler of these lands. But the way this usually happens in medieval times, or at least in the early period, right? Later on, we do have rulers that are actually female, and that, rule by themselves. Like Margaret of Tyrol. You later have a King Johanna in Aragon, I think. But at this time, what would happen is that she would marry someone, and that man would be ruling in her stead. Right, that is what would usually happen. I'm not too sure if that is also what was practiced in Scandinavia. Definitely not in Viking times. I think there's good evidence where we can see that there were actually quite prominent female rulers at that time too. But with the coming of Christianity, I think they would have adopted, to these kind of feudal rules over time. That being said, long story short, we're not going to vote for Sigrid here. That would be out of his thoughts. Yeah, you would not even think about it. It would destabilize his succession anyway, right? Because it would be hard for her to get accepted, especially by the sons. So no, we do the obvious thing and we vote for our firstborn Toke. Right, that is what everyone's expecting. That is what, and as we see, the Prince Bishop of Volgas is able to vote as well. And we do see that he's supporting us and therefore voting for Toke because he trusts the judgment, right? He trusts our judgment. And he's like, yeah, you are right. If you think your son, your firstborn son, is the one to do it, then I will go with this as well. Great. Okay, but that's something to keep in mind because now we will have to do this in every generation, maybe until that changes. Would maybe change over time, and we might have a different succession at some point. Right, and now that we have done this, very quickly, I noticed that, Toke is obviously still increasing control. He's doing this in Volgast. I think this is now the responsibility of Gunnar and his court to restore control in this area, to proselytize. That is actually the word. I looked it up. And I think he, thinking about the coming crusade, he should go and train commanders. Hey, it's a sword. Like, sword. So I think that's the best thing he can do right now, right? So make sure that everyone who's joining the crusade is properly trained. We see here that this will give us knight effectiveness in the end, up to plus 13%, and that's about like 13 months. So yeah, almost there. Which I think is going to be great because we already have 193 knight effectiveness. So imagine like we are going to have over 200%. This is going to be great. Now that we are here, by the way, let's talk about knights. Like who is coming with us on this crusade? And or maybe let's talk about that, well, in roleplay terms, we could talk about this later, but we could also define it now. Obviously, Dirk is coming with us. He would feel very similarly to Skjalm. He's in poor health. This might very well be the last thing that he does. And I think he would yearn for this as well. And to be buried maybe beside Skjalm, with whom he has fought so many battles. So he is coming. He's definitely coming. Let's see about the other ones. Oh, yes. Maybe I should not talk about this right now because there's something else I want to do. I know why Rangvi is actually forced to be a knight. I think we can just allow her to be one because she's so good anyway. No, let's come back to this later because there are other things I want to do first, and that will put this into perspective. All right. Let's go back to that list. Our court has grown a little. Like, we do see that sometimes random people or seemingly random people appear at our court, like Miss Antoinette here, Madame Antoinette, who's also likely to leave. Yeah, go ahead, please. She kind of tricked us, right? We actually imprisoned her after a siege, and then she fled from prison, but now she's also at our court. I think she just snuck in, like no one was especially taking care of her. And yeah, she's a bit unseeming, right? She's shy and paranoid, so she keeps to herself. So no one actually noticed. He's also like he's very high intrigue. So yeah, she would have just been, suddenly she was just there. And nobody even remembered that she was that she was supposed to be in jail. Anyway, she's here, but yeah, we won't do anything with her. She's very old anyway. I just saw that we have someone else, Elizabeth, at our court, and I think she came here after another journey. I think the pilgrimage. I'm not sure whether this is a mod thing or this can also happen in vanilla CK3, but yeah, we've seen this before, especially with our physician, Felice Zorzi, that people that have been in the travel entourage, maybe due to being a mercenary captain or one of these specialists, for terrain, start joining our court afterwards. So yeah, I don't know, that's a thing. But she's here. And she's actually quite a capable person, right? A gardener, so that's maybe something she cares for at court. But she was also about to leave us. I think, yeah, let's just look into her maybe marrying Felice, right? That would make sense to me. I think they are, I don't know, maybe they even their traits a little out. Like, she's lustful and he's temperate. But she's trusting. He's content, she's fickle, and he's calm, right? So, yeah, maybe they are good together. And he's older now anyway, so yeah, they can grow old together, I think. That sounds nice for me. So that's done. As you see, we are not done here. This is going to take us a bit. I am at 22 minutes. Let's see. It's usually 30 minutes is the time that I need to do all these things. Let's see if we can make it. Yeah, there was something else I wanted to do, and that is coming to a better feudal contract. Vanderland is very much now at the edge of this realm, right? Borders the empire, borders Poland. Both of these entities, both of their rulers have been aggressive in this direction, right? So they have conquered a lot of land in here, and yeah, why would they stop? So I think it makes total sense for us to ask the king for us to have this special arrangement, and I think turning it into a march is the logical thing to do. Right? This would actually grant us several things. Like, having a march is actually very, very powerful. I think this whole idea stems from the Welsh marches in England, right? Because the martial lords were very independent, or to a degree independent from the king, and didn't have to pay that much tax and so on. So we don't have to pay that much tax anymore. I think it's inconsequential right now, right? We would pay 0.2, and being a march, we paid 0.1. Well, I guess it's a reduction, a reduction by 50%. Anyway, but we also gain army gold maintenance minus 20%, so that makes us more flexible when we are at war. We gain control territory defender advantage, our levy size is increased, our garrison size is increased, and the reinforcement rate is increased. All good stuff. We'll take it. Then we are currently in high control in Denmark. That means that the king is nearly being autocratic in some ways, which again is ahistorical. But let's not bitch about it. Like this would happen very much later. And if Crusader Kings was trying to emulate history better, then you would maybe be able to take high control, and the last one, the absolute control. They would let you do this in the late medieval period. Well, yeah, at the earliest. But we do have high control, so that means we are prohibited from doing some things. And I think that Skjalm wants his sons to be able to actively defend themselves if need be, right? Even if there are threats inside of Denmark. And there very well may be. We will get to this in a moment. So he wants the king to sanction wars that the Hvide, or the holder of this title here, will start. And we do see we can't do this. We either need a hook or we need to make some concessions. And I think going for more levies for the king, providing him with more men for his battles makes sense in the mind of Skjalm. So this will be the setup. We offer him more levies, we will be turned into a march, and we want possible internal wars to be sanctioned. There we go. The king is accepting this. That's like that does not actually need to be negotiated. But I guess it makes still kind of sense when we look into his character, like him being this bargainer, right? So he just made this bargain here with the king. So now that we are in this position and talking about actively defending, we know about the threat that Prince Benedikt poses. Not for us directly at this moment, but for the Kingdom of Denmark in general. He has become the most powerful landholder, and he has acquired most of his lands and his wealth by murdering his own family and other people attached to his family, right? So actually, he murdered his niece and the wife of his brother, and in medieval terms, that is also family. The game doesn't treat it that well, but if you are married to someone, that person is counted as family. So yeah, he is a very evil person. Actually, the most evil person that we could think of. So yeah, we want to be able to, if he should grow further, be able to actively defend ourselves. That is declaring war on him before he can come to us, or before he can do more damage to this kingdom. And we do see that our princess Liv here, who funnily enough, I think she was rebelling. She's rebelling against her parents because both of her parents are chaste or were chaste. And she's lustful. Like, no. I'm not doing this. I want to be, free in my hedonism. And as I said in the last episode, I think she's in a very precarious position. A, being a girl. B, in role-playing terms, being like her mother being a lowborn, right? This was a very controversial thing the king had done. And we do see that her primary heir is Prince Benedikt. And knowing Prince Benedikt, who has done his worst to make sure that he gets more and more land, she might as well be prey for him. And he might have already started his scheme to kill this girl. So, long story short, able to, let's say, anticipate this threat, we are, and again, we are making use of the good connection that we now have to the Pope. We are formally asking the Pope that should Skjalm need this kind of protection from someone like Prince Benedikt, we would like to be able to do this. Right. right? Of course, yeah, you would say, hey, you're making all this kind of argument here and it makes sense, but it's kind of gaslighting us in a way because this is just an aggressive thing to get more land. I know. But I will interpret this differently. I will interpret this in role-playing terms, and that is that Skjalm makes it, part of the contract. No, he will not attack Princess Liv. If at all, he would protect her. But should this fall to Prince Benedikt, then he will take measures to free the ancient seat of the kings of Denmark from him. So that is why we are requesting this claim. And that's not enough. That is just one piece of the puzzle. While I've always said that he's not a learned man and he's not the brightest candle on the cake. He is actually shrewd when it comes to politics, right? We do see this. He is very good in diplomacy. He's very good in martial, even good in stewardship, and especially in courtly intrigue. He's capable. He knows how the whole machinations of power work. And he knows the things that he now has at hand, especially, of course, he also has people that talk to him like he would be in regular contact with his friend, Bishop Egino. There is something we can do with the, connection that we have to the church now and our grown piety, and that is calling. Let me check. Oh yeah, we can't do. Okay, yeah. The Pope is already considering a proposal from us. We will do this in a moment, I guess. But yeah, you've already seen it. I want to ask the Pope to officially excommunicate Prince Benedikt. Right? That just makes sense. Oh, sorry. Now, something else I want to do. Well, I guess I can do that later. Then, the setup. Okay. Let's quickly start the game. And I guess we are at 32 minutes, so that's the best point in time to start the game. Let's quickly wait until the Pope gives us this confirmation, right? I've pondered your request and I've decided to recognize your claim on the county of Skjalm, as Princess Liv is a mere child and you are within your right to step in, of course, right? In game terms, we do now have a claim on her land, but basically to fight her. But like I said, I interpret this differently. He's not going to attack her. Okay. Dagmar has returned and she said, okay, there really are no more secrets to find in Benedikt's court, and that's okay, right? You know best. You can come back to our court, and now we can go and there we go. Ask for his excommunication, as you do see, right? That is a massive cost again. In piety, that's okay for us. We have enough piety to spare. So, Prince Benedikt will gain excommunicated, and that it cannot be understated how massive of a deal that is. As being excommunicated, he would be barred from attending mass. Like, he would not be able to go to a church. No priest would give him communion. And, like I said before, in this environment, everyone is a believer unless you are explicitly not one. And for him, or for Prince Benedikt, this would be a large setback, even though he is kind of a little bit of a cynicist, but maybe he's deceitful, greedy, all this kind of things, right? He's not the most religious person, although he has a high learning. So he would recognize this. This would be a huge blow for him. It costs him legitimacy, will decrease his legitimacy level to illegitimate, right? And that's exactly something that we want. He is, in our eyes, illegitimate. Loses opinion, hates us for it. Great. Hate us all you want. Form a rivalry with us if you want. We do not care. We do not care for your imaginations, for your plans, and for your schemes. We are going to die anyway. So we request excommunication. And let's again wait for that to happen too, because I'm not done here. I am not done. I am so not done. So, greetings. Oh yeah, I'm a Marquess now. Marquess Skjalm. That sounds a bit, I don't know, French. I am most disturbed by these tales you tell of Prince Benedikt's misdeeds. Indeed, he should be most disturbed, right? Him being a kinslayer, a murderer. It pains me to do so, but I agree that for the good of the Catholic faith, he must be excommunicated. Yes, the Pope sees wisdom in our request. And, right, now that we have isolated him, I will do something that maybe some of you will find a bit controversial, but I'm going to explain it, and maybe it will make sense, maybe it doesn't, but then again, right, I'm writing this in the description all the time. I'm trying to roleplay, but if I do not succeed in your eyes, then that's just the case, and I'm sorry. This is not enough, right? For Skjalm. He has taken some precautions. He has isolated Prince Benedikt, but still, this will not stop him from amassing more land, becoming more powerful, and possibly taking the kingdom himself. Right? I guess that is his end goal, ultimately. Oh, there's my cat down there, the other cat, and she's in heat, so she's looking at me and being loud. That might actually be recorded on the microphone. So no, I'm not torturing children in here. That's just my cat. My cat making weird noises. Yeah, so coming to the point. I think there is something else that Skjalm would do, and that is actively seeking the death of Prince Benedikt. And yeah, like we said that being a murderer is evil and so on, and it is, right? For a Christian, murder is a sin. It doesn't matter that he's excommunicated. I mean, this is barring him from the church. He is not seen as part of the church anymore, and we've seen it before that when there are heathens or heretics, they could, by theory, just be murdered, and in the eyes of the church they wouldn't care. But this would not count for Prince Benedikt. This would still be a grave sin, and yeah, definitely we would be ousted as a murderer if this came to the light. But the crusade is upcoming, and the Pope has given out this directive that whoever participates in the crusade, all their sins will be washed away. And again, cannot be understated how important that was for the people at the time. It might seem a bit silly to us nowadays because we're cynical, and then our societies are atheist to a degree, right? We have this kind of distinction between what the state does and what the church does, and a lot of people, especially like in Western society, aren't actual religious anymore. But at the time, they were, again, right? I'm constantly telling this. And for the Pope to say people will be relieved of their sins and they will be forgiven in the eyes of the Lord, that would meant so much to so many people, right? Because Skjalm, like every man, like every person at his time, every ruler, is concerned about his salvation. Everyone, the church is telling him that if he has sinned greatly in life, he will go to hell. And I'm not sure if we are already in this time when the concept of purgatory was already around. I'm thinking that was a bit later. And I'm kind of sad that this is not a part of Crusader Kings 3, like a tradition or something, or a doctrine that would be added to the faith. But the purgatory, or the idea of purgatory, is to get around this to a degree, like saying that you have to burn in the hellfires until your sins are kind of like burned away, and then you would be able to go to heaven still. But yeah, Skjalm is deeply concerned about his salvation, and he knows that if he succeeds in, basically murdering Prince Benedikt, this would be, this might as well be this sentence for him to go to hell. But he knows that he is going to the crusade, and this will wash away his sin of murdering, if that's going to happen, right? So, long story short, I will conduct a murder scheme against Prince Benedikt. And we are seeking a balanced agent arrangement. I almost never use any of the other, because you end up short, usually. Like if you focus on agents increasing scheme potential, you end up, it takes up ages until you're able to finally finish that plot. Or if you focus on decreasing scheme length or secrecy, you will end up not having enough percentage in the end. So mostly take the balanced arrangement. Okay, there we go. I start a murder scheme. We're actually doing this. Go back to the council. We can already tell Dagmar, now that she's coming back from finding out secrets, that she should support schemes. As you do see, that gives us a certain boost. A hostile scheme phase length -15. That's good for us. And a scheme success chance is plus 13%. All good. We take it. So now we have to set up this scheme. And I think it's great to have this now, because before you said you wanted to murder someone, and then it kind of like arbitrarily filled that list of people that helped you. And sometimes, especially if that person was like hated by everyone, you would get a list of like 100 people joining this plot, and it will like immediately blow up, and the person would know about it because like someone is going to spill the beans. I like this setup here. It kind of also makes it a bit interesting from a roleplay perspective, because now we get to choose whom we are working with. In game terms, these people here would later on not be responsible for this murder. That would solely be us. And that's good. That's good for us. Like, we take the responsibility here. So, we need an assassin. Someone who is going to, do the deed. And the person that we see here is best equipped for this is Hvide. And it makes sense, as we see. Not only is he excellent in prowess, but he is also an elusive shadow. He is a person that can do courtly intrigue. So it makes it's and we trust him, and that's very important here as well. He has been with us for so long. We know that he does what we tell him to do, right? And that's why we invite him to this scheme. Now, he needs to have a co-assassin, like someone who's working with him. Let's see, and we have several options here. Now we can convince people, or we could directly ask people. Rangvi is here. But again, I do not think of Rangvi as being that kind of person. Maybe like her bravery, I don't know, doesn't seem right to me. What does make sense to me is to approach someone who's already close to the court. And here we have Mayor Henrik, whom, we find okay, who definitely likes us. And he obviously hates Prince Benedikt, and he's willing to help Hvide succeed in assassinating Prince Benedikt. So we are inviting him to the scheme as well. So now it comes to the people that will help bringing this scheme forward, making it come to fruition faster. So we need an infiltrator, someone that will visit this court, find the, I don't know, nooks and crannies where people can slip through, and kind of the people at court also that could be, I don't know, bribed. And then we have this footpath, like someone who's lurking around the castle. Possibly someone who's not well known, maybe, and who could pick up things. And then someone who provides an alibi. Right, so in the end, so that our scheme will not, blow up. Okay, let's look for an infiltrator. Yeah, and we see that our wife is more than willing to help. And again, that just makes total sense. She is through the connection of her father and then her grandmother, Princess Astrid. She is a member of the royal family. She would have access to the court of Prince Benedikt, and it would not even seem unusual for her to be in this place. We pick her as an infiltrator. Now, for the footpad. Do you see that gets a bit more complicated? We do have Prince Benedikt's Chancellor down here, Rangvi, but they don't have that much of contribution. What I do see is that this guy, Walter, who is a guest at our court, as you do see, we do not think too highly of him. Then again, this position in this scheme as being a footpad, he would not have to know everything, right? He's doing a very specific thing. He's picking up things around the castle. He's not even in there, right? At least in the conception. So we maybe want to approach him. He can be persuaded. And I guess he's a guest at our court in the hopes of joining our court, right? Why wouldn't he? I think that's his goal. And I will kind of represent this by saying, okay, we offer our prestigious good word for you. And we offer him a hook. And this hook I will interpret later as to say, when this is over, we will accept you joining our court. I think we will have to pay him at that point, but we will get to this. Right now, he is the perfect one to be the footpad because, he would not be known. He's lowborn. He's an outsider. Like, nobody would care about him. So he would be perfect for this position. As you do see, we're already down to 54 days per phase. We kind of need... we need that. The crusade is going to start soon. And as we do see here, per phase, we get plus 8%. So I'm not even sure if we arrive there in time. But then I will take precaution for that, as you will see in a moment. Now, coming to who is providing an alibi. And we do see that his own Bishop Asbjørn of Blekinge, he, of course, he would be very concerned by the excommunication. He knows that Prince Benedikt is a kinslayer and a murderer, and he would be deeply disgusted by that. He's just and honest. He would be deeply disgusted by Prince Benedikt. So it doesn't take him much, right? What we do use here, I think, is to leverage our reputation, our pious reputation, right? He knows that we are not doing this as an act of malicious aggression, I would say, but rather as an act of, divine retribution, right? We are doing this for the good of the realm to a degree. At least I think that's what Skjalm definitely believes. So we can invite him too. So it is actually looking quite good. We have 54 days until for each phase. So that will give us these advantages. We need 5 before we could start and execute the scheme, which we might, because at that point we should be at 81%. And that's good, right? We could go for more, but then it would take longer. We have 83% secrecy. That's great. We already have 6 months of grace. So 6 months where Benedikt would not suspect anything. And there we go, right? This is our group of people that are now working with us to get rid of the monster, the trickster. All right, there we go. Now, now I come to this part again, and this is like who is going with us in the crusade. Now that Kare is involved in this scheme, I think for role-playing purposes, and we do not have to do this, we could definitely make him come with us, and even though he would be in Jerusalem, he would still be able to assassinate Prince Benedikt. the game has no problems with that at all, but I have as a role player. So I will actually forbid him to come with us. Makes sense on another level as well. He is the chancellor of Venderland, of our domains, and so he would be needed at court still. Again, this might not be what he wants. He's brave, he's wrathful. He would definitely would want to come with us on this crusade, but he is our loyal servant in the end. And that's what we expect from him, and that's what we get from him, right? He is in this position. He knows that he owes us, right, for everything that we have given him. So he will do this. Okay. So now, Rangvi is definitely coming with us, right? This would be, for her too. Joachim is coming with us. Sörkvir is coming with us. Gudmar is coming with us. Frode, right? Our former court bishop, now being able to go on the crusade. And now we come to our sons, Toke and Asse. Of course, this is risky. There is no guarantee that they would come back from this. It might very well happen that they both die. In a crusade were they to come with us. So, if they were, like say, less risk averse. No, if they were risk averse, right? So they would, we would consider maybe leaving Toke at home. But I mean, look at their traits. Just and impatient and vengeful and arbitrary and wrathful. I think that both of them are eager to join us in this cause. So they might as well come along. Thorfinn, the son of our former courtier and disgraced courtier Balder, is coming with us, probably doing so to also redeem his father, who actually... Oh no, he's Catholic. I saw at some point that he had converted actually to the Slavic faith. No, he made a 180, probably when he died. Like, oh, this was wrong. I want to go to heaven. Anyways, and now the other people to come with us are, Botolf. He's a Lapper, and that would also be, something that he could do. And we drag on along, even though he is terrible at it. But I want him to come along. If we succeed somewhere down there, he will stand to gain from it. And you should only be able to gain from it if you work hard for it. Right, okay, so that will be our setup going into the crusade. And now, finally, before I let the game fully start, I want to host a hunt. Oh, I'm not employing a master of the hunt, by the way. Maybe that's something I could change before we get there. Yeah, of course, they would be great at it. But I think... that's not the best thing to do. He's only at average now, but then he's not a hunter. I would give Asse this opportunity. Right, so my firstborn son is the marshal, and now he's the master of the hunt, so they both have something to do. They have positions. So I'm arranging a hunt, and we know that there were deer sighted in Stralsund. Obviously, we are not taking the route by land, but we go by sea. Much faster, much more convenient. Apply this, no need to do anything else. Again, I'm just going down with the attendance. Still 95 gold, right? High medieval era plus being a duke makes you pay for things a lot more than you would. I guess you want to slay the beast. I was thinking for a moment we could go for the murder here too, right? Invite Prince Benedikt and then murder him right then and there. Yeah, is definitely something that he would have considered, considering his impatient nature. But in the end, I think this is the better option that he would see too. Making it more manageable and involving other people in this, and making sure that it also, stays secret in the end. Now, who's coming along? And we do see that not many people are coming along, especially not Prince Benedikt, which is good. I don't want him. I don't want him here. Count Egil of Bornholm is coming along. Our son Asa. And I guess, and I hope. No, where is he? Our son Toke. Did I just oversee him? Where is he in this list? Kare Asa. Did I just not see him? Where is our... Let me just put close family in here. Auden, Sarah, Dagmar, Marty, Thorfinn, Joachim, Dirk, Ingeborg, Sigrid, Frode, Felice, Gutmar, Kare, Sörkvir, Asser, Botolf, Elisabeth, Rangvi. Why? Why is our son not on that list? Huh? It's not because he's Marshal. It's not because he's Marshal. And he's not up here anyway. Maybe that's just a little buggy. Let's see. Maybe he's in our entourage in the end anyway. We do not invite rivals, lovers anyway, because our wife can't participate. No need for extended family. Our family is all at our court. Court guests, other players. Yeah, this is all right. Right? We have a little hunt, mostly, in our family. And I think this is, he uses this hunt to bond with his sons before they now... He expects not to arrive in time. Oh, that's... Oh. Why? Okay. Game. Sometimes you disappoint me. That would have been nice in roleplay terms, like he would do this with his sons. Anyway, he would have found another opportunity, I guess. So we have the wedding of Felice and Elizabeth. They could barely keep their hands off each other. Yes, okay. We have struck again, right? Cupid's arrow. Shot from the capable hands of tournament archery contest winner Skjalm. What do we have here? We have a derelict ship. The sea is calm and forgiving today, still as a boulder, and a powerful wind at our back to boot. It seems it'll be an easy day for the rowers below, but then I spot the mangled corpse of a ship buried nose first into some jagged rocks just ahead. There doesn't appear to be any survivors, and the rocks would be no trivial thing to navigate, yet I feel compelled to go and investigate this mysterious wreck. Yes, we are doing this. Oh, we find nothing. But, yeah, just a little fun before we get to hunt. Right, there we are. We await the rest of our guests. There's, I guess, not that many guests, right? Yeah, there's not that many guests. Oh, and while we are gone, our wife, Signe, gives birth to our little son, right? So at 61 years of age, and she at 45 years of age is giving birth again to a little boy. He's like a little miracle, right? They want to name him Ulfric. Maybe I'll leave it for Ulfric. Maybe I find a name that's more fitting, like that shows that he's some kind of miracle. I don't know. Let's see. So, Felice assembles the party. Why is this never the master of the hunt? Like, why is Felice doing this? He's the person who would be least equipped to handle this. We are looking for a stag. And we have a success chance of 72. That's good. Okay. we actually have someone who wants to join us. Honest and humble. Oh, a shrewd person. I guess he would be someone that knows that we are going to the crusade, and that is something that he wants to do. Yes, he is a holy warrior. He definitely wants to do this. I mean, if we see that kind of fervor inside the man, we will take him along. That might make me need to adjust the list of knights in a second. As we depart our camp and head deeper into the woods, I have an eye on devious Prince... What? Why? Why is he here? Now, my son isn't here, who would have all the opportunity to join us, and Prince Benedikt, that damned trickster, who, the game showed was not being able to come. He is here. He's now. Yeah, hey, I'm also here. You not nice person, a-hole. He hates us. I guess. Oh, he might try to kill us. Actually, we will very possibly get this event where he will try to kill us. Anyway, okay. Well, he is here. Again, like, from the perspective of him being impatient and so on, it makes sense, but he has this all planned out, and I think he's not stupid enough. He can resist his urges in this sense. So, yeah, he knows he must be patient. Oh, let's see if we survive this. He might kill us here. Okay, we find Iranian poachers. I mean, yeah, we used this one before, but I think he also knows that it's a delicate situation with the people of Rana. Maybe that was the arrangement they had under Duke Krutoy, so I think he would be lenient here. But get out of my woodland. That's his lenience. That's the the extinct of his lenience. The extent. Sorry, my English. Again, we are showing that there was something at court, but there's nothing here. Okay. Anyways, there we are. Oh, Asser, and again, it's October, and he's like looking for flowers. What is this? I mean, maybe since it's our son, and we are actually also friends with our son. Again, and he's now, he's a bit more lenient now, right? We don't do the get back on your horse. Maybe we can be persuaded to say, hey, this might actually be something for Felice to look into. Then he will be removed from the activity, and I think that would be for his well-being as well. That would be good for him. So there you go. I share knowledge with Hvide. Yeah, good for us. Oh, days are ticking away. Yeah, of course. We ride after it. We want to corner that stag. What's happening now? My son Asser halted the party. The buck has been standing perfectly still in the leafy bushes, unflinchingly getting behind us, even under the dogs' noses. I think this one is nice. I trust Asser on this. And rightly so. He finds the scent, of course. Our children are capable. There we go. We have cornered the stag. Yeah, right. I could take a gamble here. 8% and I would die. I think he knows that this is not his final battle. This is not the confrontation that he should seek. If there wasn't the crusade, maybe he would. I'm sure he would. But being this renowned archer, he takes his bow and he shoots it. There we go. Some moderate clapping here from our son. Is like, yeah, I guess that was okay. That is how you do it. So that means we are getting an artifact from this. Let's see. There we are, the renowned stack hide. Oh, that's actually a good one because it gives us some renown. I mean, it's only 0.08, but you do see we do not get that much renown anyway, so it's, yeah, that's still nice. Yeah, no, I'm not giving this to Duke Swent, even though we said before that we like him and he's an ally of ours, but he was not even here, so... Oh yeah, that's a court artifact now. So yeah, let's show it. Where is it though? I'm not seeing it. It is displayed. It says here that it is displayed. Wait a second. Let me go to the free camera mode. Where is the fur? Ah, there we go. There it is. Right? Marty, and I think that's our daughter-in-law Ingeborg. Yeah, they're having a look at it. Great. Good. Yeah, so finally something came of this these hunts. I think it's the first time that we actually successfully succeeded in one. Oh, our wife. Isn't she just the best? She's the best, isn't she? She has found some 50 gold, I know, under the mattress or under the carpet. And she's like, hey, we have some savings. Yeah. Not even sure we should invest. I think would be too late to get more men at arms. They might not be recruited in time. This is coming along in 8 months. So I guess it's good also to leave some money behind. We might need it in the future. The neighboring ruler won their war. The Kaiser and the Doge are getting at it again. They are constantly fighting down there, are they? See, we already have 3 advantages of the 5 that we need. We are at 52% chance, telling us that, everyone here is doing well. Let's hope that this stays this way, because now we see the grace period is almost gone. We had 83% secrecy. That's good, but it doesn't prevent us from being found out. Then we know that we have breaches, right? So even if he finds out that someone in here is exposed, we would have 1 of 5 breaches. He's not able to uncover this fully in this period of time. He won't be able to do this. But let's see. Let's see if we are actually executing this when we are at 81%. Still, it's 81%. It's not 100%. So, but maybe at some point I should actually take heed and then say, okay, his impatient nature, right? He might want to see it. He might want to see it being done while he is still here in Denmark. He does not want this to happen while he's gone. He's still the person that supervises the whole thing, right? So let's see. We are actually at 5 advantages now. And I think in 5 months, we have 55 days per period. So the next, at 10, right? At 10 advantages, I think we would get a plus 5%. Which is not that much anyway. Well, I guess it is a lot. 86% is much better than 81% in the end. But we need 5 more advantages for this. 5 times 55, and we are in 275 days. And 275 is more than 5. So let's go for it. No, we can't. Oh, war. I nearly did a big mistake. We are not nearly there. We have enough advantages so we could start, but our success chance isn't at maximum. Oh, that would have been a rookie mistake, wouldn't it? Get flamed in the comments. What are you doing, you noob? Oh. By the way, yeah, thanks for everyone who's commenting and liking and stuff. I'm greatly appreciating it. I didn't think that anything would come of this. Like, I was pretty sure that this would just be rambling to myself, but then documenting something which I might, I don't know, sometime in the future might get back to and say, hey, this was cool. But to actually see that people are watching this and having a laugh with me, this is great. Thanks a lot. Okay, we have a child of my dynasty, and that is our daughter-in-law Ingeborg giving birth again to a son. Look at his line being so secure. Like, even if he dies on the crusade, we know that there's, our children have children, so our line is secure. So they have a third son. They want to name him Auge. I guess they could do this. Or maybe we go full-blown historical here and name him Absalon. Right, that was this bishop actually who was historically responsible for tearing down the idol of Arcona. Which is a funny name. I was looking for it. What is the name Absalon and where does it come from? Actually, I think there's only, when I searched for it, there was only this Bishop Absalon, and then there's an artist from Israel who's also like taking this name, but I think it's just his artist name. So I'm not sure where this comes from. Whom do we have here? King Bolesław, the Bold of Poland. I have heard good things about you, and I'm interested in starting writing a written conversation. I hope that this letter finds you willing, for I'm awaiting your swift reply. Of course, he cannot read, but then he would have, Hvide, his chancellor, who would read this to him. And doing the communication, right? So I don't, who in a medieval sense, especially at this point in time, as a ruler would be able to read and write anyway, right? This is not historical, right? You would have all the official communication would be done by clerks, by people responsible for this, the chancellor, right? The people that have your seal, so that they could put that on top. You do not do this. You don't write personally to other people, especially not private conversation. Like, private conversation is such a modern thing. Anyway, I think, but we, in context of the game, we will choose this. And for me, this in a roleplay sense means we are, engaging in diplomacy with the King of Poland. And that's great for us, right? He is a very distinguished person, and I think we admire him greatly, right? So this is an honor for us. Let's see, 69%. Launches in 53 days. The king is writing back. Thank you for your swift response. I am looking forward to our correspondence. Please, I implore you, pick the first subject for us to discuss. I hate this. Because every time I pick something in here, I get this event where it's like, whoa, don't insult me with your stuff. I don't know. I think we will talk about hunting. I think that's something we like doing, and we might think he likes that too, being the bold person that he is. So let's see if he's insulted by this or not. Oh, we have a diplomacy perk available. Let's quickly pause. Maybe I can just continue. Because now I'm able to pick this perk, right? drum roll, because this will give all of our children 1 to 3 extra skill points depending on their education. I mean, even 1 point is great, right? Better than nothing. Oh, and we do see that Toka increases his martial by 2. That's great. Asa is increasing diplomacy by 1. Okay. Sigrid, diplomacy by 2. And Bully increases his learning by 1. I guess it's really hard to hammer something into his little head. When it comes to learning, he is very much his father's son. We figured this out before. He has the same traits. And yeah, making him become a bishop is like probably the biggest task that Bishop Egino ever had. Oh yeah, to think that you would ask about a subject so dear to me. Look at it. Like everything that we do always, knock on wood, when it comes to the assassination. To think that you would ask about a subject so dear to me. You truly know me better than most. It's like writing in this, I don't know, kind of like children's writing and say, I like hunt, you do? Since you have indulged me so, I must ask if there is anything I can do for you. Whoa, he is asking us like he is giving us a favor. Wow. Can ask for a trade deal that would give us more holding tax. What is this? Oh, it would even get a hook on him. No, I don't think it would be that bold. Do we just want to exchange further communication? I think this sounds quite nice, right? We are a bargainer. So if a trade deal comes from this, then it's a great bargain for us. See, increased our income by 0.5. By 0.1, sorry. Just, 0.1 in the end. Your liege entered Regency. That's all right, I guess. Let me see how far we are here. Yeah. It's starting. The crusade is starting, and we are not at the cap here. I guess in the end, that's all right. I don't want to overcomplicate this. We are, of course, the person who pulled the strings, but at this point in time, everyone would know what they have to do. Like, this is just the last preparations that are being made. I don't need to be here for this necessarily. Okay, there we go. All right, no. Let me just disband quickly. Just take a look at the list of knights again. Oh, look at Dirk. He's losing his hair. He's he's barely able to fight anymore. No, he will come along. Let's just force him to be a knight. Because otherwise he might, some other person might get his position. I'm searching for this guy who has recently joined our court, Anton. I mean, wouldn't be very nice to him to leave him at home now, right? Because we said that he was very much looking forward to this. Thorfinn as well, yeah, as I said, he might be going there to seek salvation for his father. Our sons, of course. Frode, of course. Gudmar. This might not be Gudmar's course. Then again, he was on the pilgrimage, so maybe that's something as well. But I guess Joachim, we take him along. I am looking for someone that could stay at home because, again, role-playing, I would like Botov to come along. Right? He has been with us all this time. He's a lapper. Like, yeah, that's his chance. That is his chance. Let's say we leave... Gudmar is going to be... Gudmar is going to be the next Röde Ritter. So he would not gain glory down there if we wasn't down there. How? Oh, this is too complicated for me. Let's not do it complicated. Okay, maybe Botov is also too ill. He's in poor health. Maybe this whole journey would maybe even be too much for him. So okay, let's leave it at that. But here's us, and now we need to get here, which is not exactly a walk in the park. I think just getting there is a whole adventure by itself. So I was thinking about how we do this. And traditionally, when you think about all of these Western European rulers that went to the Holy Land, their common route, I think, would have been to go over the Alps and then either through Marseille or through Genoa, I think. Right? I think those were the two common harbors that would ship people, I guess, cross here through this strait. Later on, Malta would become a very important harbor for the Crusaders, but at this point and in the game, it's not a Christian island. So they would go around here, and in the first crusade, they actually did not go straight to the Holy Land. And they didn't even go by sea. I think the first crusade, they actually went by land and went through the Balkans and went to Constantinople. And from there, they went through, modern day Turkey, Asia Minor, whatever you call it, and then down here. So they did it all by foot, mostly. But those were the options. I'm thinking, since we are Danish, we at least know how to get to Constantinople. We know that. That is something that we definitely would know, maybe not personally, but we know captains that can take us there. And this route would take us, I guess, here. And then we see there's this river here. Let me just enable tooltips. The Daugava. I just check. Oh, we had 1 hour, 20 minutes. The Daugava. And then we have the Dnieper. So we go through the river till here. And then we just have to traverse the land, which is okay. This is the White Rus. These are also Christians, if Orthodox Christians, but they would let us pass. Sorry. There we are. Maybe can we... Yeah, straight go down here. Okay. So now we would follow this river down here, down there, through to the Black Sea. There we will arrive. And then let's kind of recreate this. So let's say we go to shore here, and then we are asking around. Hey, does anyone know how to get there to the Holy Land? Of course, you wouldn't have any maps, right? this kind of convenience that I have, he doesn't have it. And we would have to ask people where to go. And this will lead us to, I think, having to look for a route through these lands. Let's see what's the best one. I guess if we click here, then he would already tell us we should go around it. No. Let's do this. No, this doesn't work as well. Let's say, okay, we need to, I guess, come this way, and then we need to have a pass. I think this, this looks like a pass. We need to come here and then through here. So, there we go. Then here. Then down to, what did I just do? I clicked something. Map mode. There. City of, anyway. You possibly go through Antiochia. And of course, we know that the real first Crusaders laid siege to Antiochia. We won't do this, and we cannot because it's part of the Eastern Roman Empire. It's actually huge. Look at it. They also have southern Italy, and they are about to conquer Sicily. What's going on with them? They even have the Cyrenaica. Wow, they are doing it in this game. Okay, so now we will be here. We will arrive in Tripoli. Does it say how long it will take us? 7 months. I think that's good for us. That means we can go here in the winter, so maybe it wouldn't be that hot. Let's see. Right, I think the other guys, they will do the ordinary thing, and that is like amassing their army somewhere here, and then we'll go there. I will not look at the area right now because we do have a plague, and that's something actually to look out for. Ay. I don't want to catch any kind of plague. I'm not sure how this works. I will be going through the river. I will not pass through these holdings. Will I still contract diseases? Oh, I'm not sure about this, but there's hardly any other route that we can take. Right? Even if we take the other river, there's something here as well. But then again, where was the other one? Because we just saw something. Oh, it's up here. Yeah, that's not going to hurt us. The scheme was discovered. The scheme was exposed. Let's have a look. Oh, it's down to 40% now. It's probably because he's so good at this. Like, he's decent in intrigue. And I think he's the spy master. Yeah, he's the spy master of Denmark. So, that's a blow. That is a blow. So this is going on while we are still on the road. And now we can forget about it. Now we can actually forget about it. Because he has enacted countermeasures. And countermeasures, as you see up here, they are very, very, powerful. So we are now actually at minus 60%. And with 6.3 per phase, this would mean having to go through 10 more phases just to be in the area of 1%. And then we have to go through the whole length and even further. So we would have like 20 in the end. No, I think this is not working for us. I think this is not working. I mean, he tried, right? They tried. And it was, I don't know, I still think it's a kind of a noble cause. Like, it's not a malicious thing to murder him. It's doing everyone else a favor. No, I think in his absence anyway, this scheme would be abandoned. He's taken all the other precautions. Oh no, he's still here at the time, by the way. He has taken all the other precautions, right? Being able to actively defend himself, or for his sons to do this. Excommunicating him so that he's isolated. I think we have done well in that regard. And now we don't even have to carry this burden with us that we murdered him. I guess attempting to murder him is also a sin. Like having the intent. It's like, wasn't it Jesus in the it's the Bergpredigt, what's that in English? The Sermon on the Mountain. I know that's the actual name in English. But that's where he said that even thoughts are sinful. Right? So you don't have to do it. Even if you think about it, you are a sinner. So he is a sinner. That's okay. He's going to the Crusades, and that means he will be absolved of this. That's great. It has moved on. It found greener pastures. The plague has found greener pastures here on the island of Crimea, sorry. Kimek. Whatever. All right, there we are. We have crossed the river, from this land bridge here from the river Daugava to the Dnieper. And now we are sailing on. Sailing. Maybe I speed this up again. Oh, Bully comes of age. Oh, he's not that bad now. He's an astute intellectual. Wow. But he holds a grudge against Higino, possibly because of the kind of drills that he put him through. Like he always wanted to fight and do stuff his father did, and he's like, no, you got to read, boy, read. He's like, no, I don't want this. And now, he's not coming along. He is staying at home, but someone needs to protect our land home, right? And our grandson Stig can actually, have someone to care for him. And he's already brave. Good for him. Let's see. He is going for diplomacy education. Yeah. Right, that's the best choice in a role-playing way. Carter is still at home. So, and he has cared for his father, I think, right? Oh no, that was Asa. I think Carter was educating Asa, and I think Tokay has learned from Dirk. Yeah, I think that's how it went. We are coming, and you can see the others are already here because they took the easy route. Oh no. Jutta is dead. She died giving childbirth. Oh no, that's so tragic. That is so tragic. And her son survived. Oh, look at him, little Ewald. Oh, well, I guess he wouldn't know. He will only learn this when he gets home. Wait a second. Can we assign someone else in the meantime to this position? Not Rangri again. She's not even there. She's poor at this. I guess poor is better than nothing in the end, right? Yeah, I mean, she would be at least at court. Let's do this. Yeah, all of these things are not comfortable living healthy. Again, yeah, we're not there, but we are living healthy because our wife told us to. She got us our provisions, right? The provisions that we're taking with us. She has taken care of it. Okay, we do see that this is actually going well for us. And, but yeah, again, I will just, why? Okay, not there anymore. Let's see. We are coming this way, and yeah, just to throw us a curveball, there was another army here. Let's see if they are still there. I can't see them because for whatever reason, yeah, they are still there. Christ in heaven. I think we have to get around them because, yeah, we don't want to mess with the army of the summoners of the faith. Should we go to the sea again? I might be now near Tripoli. I hope he's not coming for us when he's ready down here. No, he is! Oh, for crying out loud. This is... No, I hate this. Now he's going away. Oh, Jesus Christ. What does this guy want? I guess he's doing his own thing, but if we were to run into him, then yeah, you would definitely kill our host. And yeah, now that we are so close, let's not endanger ourselves. Let's just go to the sea, go down here, and meet up with the other Crusaders. There we are. Let's meet them here. Also to get our first points. We are ranked 8th, but you see we're getting some score here because we are actively participating now. Let's maybe put it at 3. And I think, yeah, they are going for Jerusalem. I think we will just follow, right? We will just follow. We are going straight for Jerusalem. You do see that we are getting hardly any resistance. Wow. I did this thing where the game rules, I don't even know if this is a vanilla thing or a mod thing. The game rules asked me if I wanted to set the Kingdom of Egypt as an administrative realm, just like the Eastern Roman Empire. Oh, we are a soldier of the cross. Good. And I did this, and maybe this has weakened them to a degree. That being said, this is more accurate when it comes to how the Crusades actually played out, or the first Crusade anyway, because it took them by surprise. The Muslim rulers in this area were very much taken by surprise by this. They did not expect this at all. It was a very big shock because, as we know from the sources, these Crusaders, they were not nice people. Not nice at all. They were actually barbaric, right? They slaughtered people down here. And like the bloodbaths were happening here. And at the time, this had been a peaceful and stable kind of region for hundreds of years. They didn't know this kind of... currently this is all this hotbed of confrontation and conflict, but it wasn't at the time anyway. Before the Crusaders came. Now there's someone else thing. Now we are not out here worrying if our wife is in bed with someone else. We're definitely not worrying about that. Let's just check. Ooh, for whatever reason, we are ranked first? Why? We just got here and now we're just hanging out with the besiegers. Or is it because we are actually the only army besieging Jerusalem right now? Wow. The honor of liberating Jerusalem is Skjalm's and his sons. They are the ones to march through the gates of Jerusalem. Oh, we got 75 gold from this as well. Oh my gosh. Wow. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're almost done here, right? Kingdom of all right, these parts down here also belong to the Jerusalem. Oh, okay. Then we will continue down here. And a curse undone. Oh yeah, the Irishman. He's dead. Great. Why would I know this? Someone taking, someone was taking it upon them to reach out to us to tell us that this inconsequential Irishman is dead. Almond milk. Almond milk is a nutritious drink and one that I found great appreciation for as of late. Yeah, makes sense. We are down here. We are eating figs and stuff. It is a good, creamy, rich substitute for animal's milk and is delightful to taste. However, almond milk can be expensive. Elizabeth has advised me, she's at court, to be careful with how much almond milk I consume. While almond milk, compared with animal's milk, is a sign of temperance from a culinary perspective, she concedes it is also a sign of excess, given there are many who cannot afford such luxuries. Okay. It's pricey, but it's tasty. I'll switch to milk. Made from cheap beans and nuts. No, I'm not doing this. I think no. I like it. Right? No. I am not going to pay 0.2 gold per month just to drink stupid almond milk. Even if it gives me piety. Okay. Begrudgingly, I let it go. At the slaughter at Jerusalem. Another slaughter at Jerusalem. We didn't lose anyone. Wow. Oh no! Oh, I didn't have... Oh, no! Oh, let's just check. I did not look out for this. This is a measles area. Oh. Let's see who else is. Or maybe you can just look in the knight list. Dirk has contracted it. Sörkve, Gudmer, Fröde. Asa and Toke have not contracted it yet. Maybe this should be a warning sign for us, and we should go. We should leave before. Yeah. Yeah, he's not able to. Gunnar is Gudmar now needs to take over the position of Den Röde Ritter. Oh no, Toke has also fallen ill. Be cautious, please. No! Worsened disease symptoms. Felice, why? In this crucial moment in time. Oh dear, oh lord, now it's happened. Auden has died. Oh. Well, I guess in this case, the only logical solution is to say that Bully would be able to benefit from this. He does not stand to inherit any of our lands. And he's not that well equipped to be a bishop. We found that out. So, yeah, maybe this will be better for him, but I'm so concerned. Asa is, oh no. Well, at least he has reduced disease symptoms. I have lost it, okay. But I was not the concern here. I was not the concern. There we go. Toke lost it. Good. I'm calm again. And Asa lost it as well. Whew. I think it was good that we left here before it got even worse. We can ask, see down here, you can ask the head of faith for gold. I will not do this in this instance, even though it would mean, we don't need the piety and we can definitely use the gold at some point. But for me, this would not be right. We are not in a desperate state. We actually have lots of money for our kind of needs. And no, I will not take this offer. This would go against, I don't know, his belief. If he was greedy, right? If he was a greedy person, then he would look for loopholes and stuff and ask the Pope for this, even though he maybe doesn't really need it. But yeah, not Skjalm, not in his position. Fairy rings, While walking in the wilderness one day to get some fresh air, I guess, while they're besieging this, he's like having a walk. I and the guards accompanying me came across an odd sight. Mushrooms. They weren't just any wild mushrooms, they were fairy rings, a number of mushrooms all lined up in the shape of a ring. We should be careful here, my lord, one of my guards warns me in a hushed, cautious tone. Fairy rings are dangerous places, and we best avoid this location and continue along our way. Yeah, I've even heard stories from people I know about how they were caught in these rings and held captive by fairies for some time. Yeah, I don't know, thank you. I'm aware of the dangers. I know. You don't step into the fairy rings. You don't do this, especially not in Tiberias. Not down here. Oh my gosh, but this is almost done. I can't believe it, how easy that was. I guess it's really because of the whole administrative thing, and I did not know this. So this was not intentional. I did not weaken them intentionally so that I could win this easily. Let's see, is this one still... No, there are no measles anymore. Okay. And yeah, I guess we will join them too. There we are. We are almost done. I think we are almost done. Oh, I even got another diplomacy perk. Bound by blood. Personal scheme success against family. Rescue house member, Casus Belli. Unify the house, Casus Belli. Firm hand. Oh yeah. I guess he's shown a firm hand over the years. Let's choose this. There we are with 84%. Oh, what do we have here? My knight Cirqueer is scheming against my court physician Felice. Why do they all hate him so much? He's just hanging around, being actually in poor health and wearing his little funny cap here. It's a Phrygian cap or whatever it is. And he was like going against him. You are a crusader now, mate. Yeah, I will just let him be known to all. This is not something I condone, and he better let it go. That might still be this scheme that Hvide is running. So he's getting some people to join it. That likely was not him doing it. He's just someone who's also in it. There we are. 99% is actually. I think we would go a war score from held objectives at some point, right? Because I'm not sure if we still get. I guess we'll see. We can go up here to Tiberia, to Tripoli, because that one is not liberated. My oh my. 99%. I guess when they are done and it works out, then this will be the final step. Oh yeah, I'm not even looking at this anymore. Might still be in first place, but it's not something I really wanted or intended, because that's now a bit, I don't know, it's a bit much. It is a bit much. Well, let's see. I mean, things will happen here. We won't be a part of this in the future because it will be out of our diplomatic range anyway. There we go. It is Hvide that is plotting to kill my court physician Felice. Yeah, we know that. It was him all along. There we are. We have King Bully of Jerusalem. Oh no, Saint George has granted King Bully victory in the crusade for Jerusalem after defeating King Abu Mansur and his heathen warriors on several occasions. Our warriors forced the enemies of the faith to admit their ignominious defeat. With the occupied lands firmly under the leadership of a pious Catholic ruler, we can rest assured that the divine will of St. George has been enacted. This is a glorious day for all true followers of the cross. Indeed. St. George is with us, I guess. Oh, wow. Oh. He's taking Sigrid along. She's also like, yeah. No, she's coming back to our court now. Why is she doing that? I don't know. But yeah, Bully is now taking the arduous journey of traveling to his, I guess, new court, where he'll be king. And he's like, yeah, thank you. I didn't expect this, but let's be true. I think he is a very good option for being king of Jerusalem. Let me just check. We are not yet at the 2-hour mark. See? We're doing something very important and, in each episode. Of course, we are disbanding our units. Yeah, I mean, this also means that in game terms, we are already, teleported back to our court. Not very roleplay, is it? But let's have a look at something else, and that is up here. We are insanely rich right now because we have taken all these spoils with us. And the Pope has rewarded us greatly because we were the main factor in this war. I guess because we were the ones who actually conquered Jerusalem. It was Skjalm who rode first through these gates. I'm not sure if he reenacted the real things that happened in Jerusalem when the Crusaders went in, because there's this kind of story, right? This written down story from this monk who was accompanying them and who was shocked by how his fellow Christians acted, and he wrote down that the Crusaders were up to their ankles in blood. because of the slaughter they committed. Like anyone, warriors, but also women, children, the elderly. They just butchered everyone. Must have been a ghastly sight. Anyway, I don't think Skjalm would have done this. He does have a degree of honor, I think. So, anyways, let's keep this paused for a moment. Okay, let's assume that we are back, right? We know that we need a new steward because our brother, Auden, has died on the crusade. And as useless as he was, let's make no mistake about that, he died a crusader. That is noble. He died in a noble cause, and he would be considered a good man. Despite anything he has done before, he is a good man. He went on the crusade and he died honorably. Let's, first of all, look into who can replace him in this position. The knight Anton that went with us is quite capable. Or let me just check who else would be a good marshal, because I could actually switch here and say that Toke could work in this position. Makes sense for me. The steward is this very important position, and also where he could learn, where he would learn how to act as a ruler, because being a steward is actually very close to that. And we actually have very good people who could be marshals. Dirk even. But I think that one's clear, right? He has deserved his his pension. He's now a pensioner. But he has been on the crusade as well, and he made it back home, even though he was in poor health. Good for you. Good for you, Dirk. Let's see. I mean, Cirque would be one to think about, because obviously he's very good at this. Let's see, Anton too. Gudmar. I think we have this tradition of the Röde Ritter being also the marshal. At least that's what Dirk did. But then again, I'm not so sure if we would entrust him with this, given his traits. He's a patient, tough soldier. He's also gallant and stuff. Yeah, and I know, right? Just from a game perspective, it makes total sense to make him marshal. But then he is lowborn. And I think it would be more realistic to say if there's a noble person we can put in this position, we would take them. Right? So, let's say we put Anton in this position then. Yeah, makes sense. He is someone who we can trust. He has proven himself in the crusade. He does have a hard hand. At least that's what I'm getting from being a tough soldier and being a torturer for whatever reason. Why are all these people torturers? Why, game? Why? So let's assign him. He's going to do it. And again, we are not looking to do the increased control. That's the task that the bishop has to do down here. Now maybe let's stay at training commanders. That's good enough for me. Yep. Then, what are we doing? What are we doing with all this wealth? What are we doing with it? Can appoint a worthy successor. Oh yeah, I guess. Is there a knight already? Yeah, I guess Dirk. I mean, yeah, there's nothing else we can do right now, because the game, for whatever reason, says, okay, when there is someone at court who could potentially do it, you cannot search for someone else who can do it. So, yeah, I guess, should something happen to him, then Dirk would be at it again. But you see, we lost glory when this transition happened, which is not that good. What else do we have here? Yeah, wet nurse is still poor. That's just the way it is. Asa can marry. That will be something I will look into in the next episode. I can declare wars. Yeah, sure, I can declare wars on Margaret and Princess Liv, but I've said before that I won't do this. Right? She is the rightful ruler here. There's yeah, no way I would contest this now. She has been in this position for a long time, and even though our wife has a claim, we would know that these lands are going to pass to her and then Tokay anyway. Right? So that's not something we would do. And I said before, and I will stand by it because I'm a good role player. I will not attack Princess Liv. Even though Roskilde is, getting +2 attacks. No. I'm not doing this. I guess we can. Oh yeah, this is an option that you can do in the Catholic Trinity, but it has never worked for me. I could never make it work. I would just pay money, and then the money is gone, and I can't do anything with it. So I just no, I'm not doing any of that stuff. But let's just hold court, right? That's always fun. Nothing bad happens when holding court. Yep, there's the queue again. Look at them, standing orderly in line and waiting patiently. Yeah, okay. We have Ingvar, a veteran commander with a shrewd look in his eyes, steps forward. Lord. I am Ingvar, captain of your garrison. Oh, is he? During peacetime, we could send some of our men to aid nearby lords who are short on manpower for a fee. They'd provide reinforcements while we collect the coin. He nods, his gaze determined. It would maintain the readiness of our troops while securing extra funds for your treasury. Yeah, I guess there's nothing that speaks against this. He gives us more coin now. Oh, he's dead. Yes, fulfilled his purpose. Now, instead of being the commander of the garrison, he's just walking out and he's struck by lightning and he's dead. Okay. A slender figure with delicate hands, wearing dark robes and a faint smirk, steps forward with a small vial in hand. Noble lord, I am Auge of Noresund, a specialist in subtle remedies. Those who whisper against your rule could easily fall ill, and few would suspect. He's not laughing here in the text, but I'm thinking he would do this. A small contribution to my craft, and I could ensure your enemies meet quiet, mysterious ends. He tilts the vial, letting a few drops of clear liquid catch the light. A silent rain is a secure one. Possessed auger. Tell me more. I mean, yeah, no. This is not something I would do. No. We had our qualms with doing this even when it went against Prince Benedikt. So I'm never doing this against anyone else. No. Now, dead too. Bye. And this guy, Horik, a man with a sly smile and piercing gaze, approaches, clutching a stack of parchment sealed with black wax. My gracious lord, I am Horik, a humble scribe with access to information. Within these pages are secrets your vassals would prefer remain hidden. With your support, I could spread whispers that would tighten your grip over them. He holds up a letter with a smile. A bit of gold, and your rule will be feared. My rule is already feared. I am not a person that people want to mess with. Yeah, again. No, and I will not blackmail my subjects. The only subject that I have is the bishop. Why would I blackmail him? No. My business here is done. I have this mod installed that actually, that's why these events are coming here. But I thought it would just give you a bit of flavor and put in more events than the usual ones. But it seems to me it's completely overriding the events that you would usually get. So I'm thinking about maybe getting rid of this mod. I'm not sure. I mean, what I am sure of is that now that we have some coin to spare, and I guess we're a little bit better now when it comes to monthly income, we could try to be more of a, up-to-date ruler, a trendy ruler who's not serving bland food, but modest food. We are upgrading ourselves to modest food. I guess we're not that much into clothes, but I think, we could at least wear outmoded fashion. outmoded fashion at the court. And provide at least small lodgings. Yeah, okay. We already have the few servants that we have. Let's do it like this. I mean, obviously, this is hard for us, right? Yeah, it's a whole piece of gold less for us every month. But that's part of being a ruler, I guess. And that's, I think, the good thing about this whole, being a duke and having your own court. Shows you that it's quite expensive to maintain your own court. What do we have here? Your court grandeur is below your courtier's expectations. Uh-huh. Well, I guess not for long, because we are now actually gaining court grandeur. So yeah, they will be all right in a minute. I can do a petition. Let me just check. We are exactly at the 2-hour mark. So, is there anything I can actually petition for? To transfer a claim. No, not going to do this one. Not going to do this one. Again, that would mean that we would gain Roskilde. Or Skjalm. That we would gain Skjalm from Princess Liv, and that was not my intention. So, no, we won't do this. And I guess this is where we stop. We successfully, and more than successfully actually, went on the crusade. I did not expect this to happen at all. Now our family sports a king. King Bully of Jerusalem. A Crusader King, right? Who is now down here and who is, King of Jerusalem. Yes, some people around him, Babenberger, a Lord Mayor even, another Lord Mayor, genau die Madre, Stenkerka, okay, Duke Armand of Armagnac, Van Vlaanderen, this, so yeah, there are people with him here. And he himself, what does he own? Oh, just Jerusalem, okay. Well, I guess it's good enough for him. Yeah, we'll give him 5 gold per month. Awesome. Okay, there is a Kingdom of Jerusalem, and a Hvide is leading it. Amazing. That being said, we are going to continue in the next episode. Our man Skjalm is still alive. Actually, he's in good health again. He came back. He was like, I drank all that almond milk. Now I'm feeling better. And I guess, that's because of this living healthy event that he had. So, his wife is taking care of him now. He feels good. He's coming back from the crusade. I guess at peace with himself. For the longest time he had been so eager to do everything and stuff. I guess he's found some peace of mind. Isn't that nice? So we will see what happens to our man Skjalm in the next episode. And until then, cheers. Bye-bye.